tough. I'm not defensive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live stream and welcome to day 31 of the January transfer window. And as always, we have got a packed show in store, guys. Plenty to dive into. No, Chelsea still haven't signed anyone, and no, we still haven't sold anyone yet. But there is new news, and Chelsea have joined the race for Brighton striker Evan Ferguson. A number of Premier League clubs are interested, but Chelsea have now joined the race to sign Evan Ferguson. Perhaps the most inevitable and most obvious thing that could have happened in this transfer window could potentially happen. We're going to dive into the latest of Evan Ferguson and all the news surrounding that potential deal. Chelsea have reportedly blocked Axel Disasi's departure to Aston Villa for some reason. Not too sure why, but they've stalled and have not given the green light for Disasi to join Villa, which is a bit of an odd one. Aston Villa are preparing a bid for João Félix. Their sporting director, Monchi, has been going on the charm offensive, bigging up João Félix. So let's wait and see what happens with that one. Plus, there's a few other exits that have taken place, but there's no new news on Garnacho. There's no new news on Matthias Tell or anything along those lines. But yeah, plenty to dive into, guys. So make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you subscribe if you are new round here, guys. That would be greatly appreciated. Smash up the like, subscribe if you're new, all of that good stuff. You people know exactly what to do. Let's say hello to a few of you in the chat, and then we will get this show on the road. The Disasi on loans was stalled according to the Keep. Yeah, we're going to dive into all that. Evan Ferguson, a no for me. If it's just 6 months loan, at this point, beggars can't be choosers. We need another striker. I'd take it. Yes, big up, brother. We don't want Ferguson. He's no better than Jackson. If it's a straight loan, I'd do it. Another injury-prone player. Serious chessboard aren't serious. So I don't understand how we can sell a player just after 6 months. Doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. But, you know, a lot of things we do don't make sense, guys. That's the reality. There is no Action Pong news. There was a report yesterday in the Independent saying that Chelsea had floated the idea of using a young player going the opposite direction in any potential deal for Garnacho. They used Action Pong's name, but I haven't seen anything else referring to that. No, I'm here. Evan probably isn't the best option, but I'll still back him if he's in a Chelsea jersey by the end of the window. Absolutely. To be fair, bro, it is what it is. You know, this is where we are right now. This is what's happening. And yeah, I don't really know. Here we go. Panic buying someone random. I mean, the Evan Ferguson interest is actually pre-existed before this window. But yeah, of course, you know, at this late stage in proceedings, it's very much like shit. We've not done anything. How can we get a striker in without paying very much money, if any money at all? Evan Ferguson is the most obvious one. Yes, big up. Desperate FC. Yeah. No, he's not at the moment. He has had injury problems and he has been injured, but right now he's not injured. But no, he has been. Yeah. 3 days until deadline day. Absolutely. Let's dive into that main news then with this Evan Ferguson stuff, guys, because that is the big news from today so far. A report from The Guardian. Chelsea join the race for Evan Ferguson. Let's see what this article says. Ferguson's seen as an option to compete with Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea have joined the race to sign Brighton striker Evan Ferguson. Brighton are willing to sell or loan the Republic of Ireland international, who had been a subject of interest from Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, Bournemouth, Everton, Spurs, and West Ham. West Ham, by all accounts, are quite strongly in this race. I think Ferguson would have gone to Bayer Leverkusen, but had Al Nassr not picked John Duran, if they'd chosen Victor Boniface instead, then I think Leverkusen would have been the obvious move for Evan Ferguson. But there are multiple Premier League clubs interested in his services. Chelsea, Enzo Maresca is keen to bring in a striker to compete with Jackson, who has gone 7 games without scoring in the league, and Ferguson is well known to the Stamford Bridge Club's recruitment team. Paul Winstanley, Chelsea's co-sporting director, was previously at Brighton, as we know. It's unclear whether Chelsea, who have heavily recruited from Brighton during the past 2.5 years, would want a loan or a permanent. It is thought that Ferguson, who is recovering from an ankle injury, could be available for £40 million. Yeah, I don't think we should be spending 40 million. Absolutely not. The 20-year-old has scored once this season, but is seen as one of the best young forwards in England. The race for Ferguson is unpredictable. Arsenal need a striker, but do not have any domestic loans left and have targeted Ollie Watkins. Ferguson would be below Richarlison and Solanke at Spurs, and he would have opportunities to play regularly at Bournemouth, however, who have lost Enes Unal and Evanderson to injury, as well as West Ham. Chelsea have alternative options before the window closes on Monday. They remain interested in Matthias Tell, Garnacho. Other targets, we know, Nico Williams and Bino Gittins. Also looking at Liam Delap. Yep. So, yeah, Chelsea have joined the race for Evan Ferguson. I would want a loan deal, a dry loan. No point having an option to buy. Absolutely no point having an option to buy. And look, guys, I get it. There's a number of you in the chat that aren't particularly pleased about this. Would this be my first choice? No, it absolutely wouldn't. But beggars can't be choosers, guys. Is for me at this point, at this late stage of the window, given the positions that we're in, if the best we can do is Evan Ferguson before the window closes, then we have to do it. I've got no expectations, in terms of any performance boost. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this team needs another striker. It's as simple as that. And if Ferguson's the best we can do, then let's just do it, because we can't afford to go into the window with no other striker in. No options to buy at all. Straight loan deal, 6 months dry loan back to Brighton. And then, in the summer, if you go for Liam Delap, if you go for Benjamin Sesko, you do that then. But I don't think we should be tying ourselves into any sort of situation where we're going to be obligated to buy Ferguson. For me, it's very much 6-month loan deal. Maybe there's a loan fee. At this point, I take it. At the start of the window, no. But we're in a position, guys, where we've got nothing. We've got nothing. And at this late stage, it is very much a case of, yes, Chelsea, rather than having absolutely no striker, this is better. This is the best of a bad situation. But having said that, we should never have been in this situation in the first place. But that's a totally different conversation. Evan Ferguson has struggled with a lot of injuries over the past year or so. I just think we've got to take him. If we did get him on loan, then I doubt he'd be available in time for Monday. He then would probably be cup tied for the FA Cup game against Brighton, and then he would miss the league game against Brighton anyway through terms of the loan. So the chances are that Ferguson would miss the first 3 games that he'd be available for us anyway. So yeah, not exactly ideal. Not exactly ideal. What are you lot saying about this in the chat, guys? Better than nothing? Dajis Fofana's currently injured. He's had knee surgery and he's going to be out for at least 4 months. If he's the so-called best, don't bother. Now, bro, we need to bother. We need someone. We need someone at the end of the day. We can't continue how we are. If it's the best we can do, we do it. Chelsea used to have warriors, but today, expensive and overpaid kids. Certainly to a degree, yeah. Take him. It's not a bad idea. Loaning him would make the most sense. He's only there to cover for now and to push Jackson with the position we're in. I'd say that we need a little bit more than just cover. I mean, I think we need someone that's going to actually provide a realistic challenge. But yeah, look, I don't think this is not dreadful in my opinion. It's not dreadful. By the way, there's no guarantees we get him, guys. We've entered the race. The race is very competitive. Ferguson is going to want to go somewhere where he's going to play very regularly, and Brighton are going to want him to go somewhere where he plays regularly in order to boost his development. Injury prone as fuck. Yep, sure. I hear it. Look, if it's a loan deal, I haven't got an issue with it. If it's a loan deal, no issues my end. No issues my end. Evan Ferguson, not a fan at all. Another injury-prone youngster. Fair enough. Bro, Guiu's not going to start against West Ham. Any update on Christopher Nkunku on Chelsea and Man United? No, nothing. No update at all on any potential situation with Christopher Nkunku and Man United. There's absolutely nothing there. Yeah, and look, this is the thing, right, with Evan Ferguson. Regardless of how well he's done over the past few years, because he's not done that well, because he hasn't done that well. We have to be honest here. He offers you a different profile. He's physical. He's got that box presence. He's similar in stature and profile to Liam Delap, and so it would offer a different profile, which we need. But having said that, he hasn't played to a decent level really since a couple of seasons ago. He's really been hit hard by injury since he kind of burst onto the scene, as it were. So yeah, it's not going to be great. No, this has been backed up by other places as well. Backed up by other places as well. We're going to go down just by Delap. Yeah, I hear it. He's definitely an upgrade on Jackson in the box. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree on that front. Let's see what else has been said, because I'm pretty sure there's been further stuff added on Evan Ferguson. I'm pretty sure Ben Jacobs has done, given a bit more detail on that front. Let's have a quick look. Where is it? Yeah, this is it here. So we know that Chelsea have had pre-existing interest in Ferguson. Remember when there was links of Ferguson suddenly being worth like £100 million, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so Chelsea have a long-standing interest in Evan Ferguson, as reported over the summer. Chelsea monitoring the situation. West Ham pushing another EPL interest. All exit options on the table for Ferguson as long as Brighton's valuation is met. I mean, I've seen some people saying, why don't we do a loan and then an obligation to buy for 40 mil if we qualify for the Champions League? I'm just not sure we want to be tied into spending £40 million on a centre forward that's 20 years of age. I don't know if that's the right way to be going about things, guys. I would say I'm not sure on that. What happens if the club don't sign anyone this window? Can we say goodbye to top four? I would say it's not an absolute certain, but I would say that we're making it very, very difficult for ourselves. Bro, option to buy is absolutely pointless. Option to buy is useless, because very rarely we wouldn't exercise the option to buy. So like, you might as well, if you can get a dry loan, just get a dry loan. That's the best solution, because I don't think we want to be tied into buying this guy. I think you get him for 6 months if you can, and then you send him back and you go and get a Benjamin Sesko or a Liam Delap or whatever in the summer. I think that's what we have to do. Yes, he's the right profile. Yes, he's obviously struggled quite a lot recently. I don't think this is, look, I want to make this very clear, guys. I'm not celebrating this as some sort of unbelievable news, not by any accounts, right? And you know, there's a long way to go until we actually potentially even get him. But I look at it and I think, okay, 6 months is better than having nothing. A loan deal would work. I mean, I just don't know. I think Chelsea, if the reports are true that Chelsea are very much leading the race for Liam Delap and are in so-called pole position, then if you do a loan with an obligation for 40 million at the end of the season, or if you qualify for the Champions League, that means that Liam Delap is off the table. So you have to be very careful there, because this would be this, if you do an obligation, which is basically a permanent deal. If you do that, that means that Evan Ferguson's your striker signing, and you're going with Jackson and Ferguson as your two strikers going in, like for the next few years. I'm not sure, guys, if we want to be tying ourselves into that situation, which is why I'd be against having an obligation. That's why I'd be against, you know, any permanency to this move. I don't think it makes sense to have that. And if we did do that, I think it would very much be a state of panic. The smart thing to do is to get a decent loan. It's just to get a loan deal. That's the smart thing to do. But look, Evan Ferguson has got quality. You know, you only had to watch him a couple of seasons ago. There's quality there. He's a natural finisher, very good, very aware in the box. He's got all the attributes for a top number 9, and he is built to succeed in the Premier League. He absolutely is. But I mean, Sky reporting that West Ham are pushing really hard to sign Evan Ferguson and are expected to propose a loan deal. They're exploring both loan and but yeah, we're going to have to get a move on. We are absolutely going to have to get a move on if we want him, because other teams are pushing hard right now. And I think, look, for 6 months, he's worth taking a risk on. Anything else? Yeah, of course you could. It's so obvious. When you actually sort of deep down think about it, it's one of the most obvious things. You could see this coming from an absolute mile off, Evan Ferguson and Chelsea interest. The longer the window was going on, you were just waiting for that concrete news to come. You were just waiting for it. You were waiting. And now, obviously, it's here. Now, again, this is only confirmed by The Guardian. Steinberg, not the most reputable at all the times. I don't think we'd go for him. Loan with option, the best scenario, in my opinion. Option is pointless, in my opinion, because you're very unlikely to activate the option. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. People, there's over 200 in the building. We're only on 60 likes. Keep smashing that like button and keep subscribing if you are new round here as well. It would be greatly appreciated. So make sure you do run it up. Run up those likes, guys. If they sign him, I hope they have the sense to put in a reasonable transfer fee. Bro, I don't think we need to be, as I've said, no permanency for me. No permanency for me. Because if you put any permanency to this deal in there, then you're ruling out really any other striker signing in the summer. And I'm not sure that's the thing that we'd want to be doing. Let's bring up Evan Ferguson's stats. Let's see what he's been doing recently, guys, because I'm pretty sure he missed a lot of last season with injury. He's been injured this season. Which was the season? Was it a couple of seasons ago that he scored hat tricks on that in the Premier League? I mean, this current season has not been particularly good. He's made 12 Premier League appearances and scored once. And is he currently injured? He's currently got an ankle issue. He started 2 Premier League games this season. He's got an ankle problem right now. He obviously can't be far from returning to fitness. What was he doing last season? Let's have a quick look. I don't think he did much last season. It would have been the season before, I think, when he was 18, and let's check what he was doing last season. No, last season was 6 Premier League goals in 27 appearances. It must have been this 22-23 season. 6 goals in 19 appearances. So yeah, look, he's not prolific by any accounts, but if you can get him fit, and I know there's a big question mark because he's had a lot of fitness issues. I fully understand that to be the case. But if you can get him fit, if you can get him playing regularly, he does offer something very, very different. He offers you something very, very different. But again, West Ham, according to Kieran Gill, West Ham are confident they can win the race. So Chelsea are genuinely running out of options here. Doesn't look like Matthias Tell's going to happen. Doesn't look like Evan Ferguson's going to happen, despite interest. Yeah, it's the right profile, 100%. And at this point in time, guys, profiles are more important than names. Profiles are absolutely more important than names. But yeah, look, it would be a gamble. But as I've said, it is better than nothing. I would rather this. I would rather this than nothing. That's where we're at right now. And I know it's a really shit position to be in, that we're sort of talking about that, but that's the reality, guys. That's the reality of the situation at this point in time. West Ham are confident they can win the race for Evan Ferguson. Yep. We see. I mean, look, Potter could get something out of him. Absolutely. Do I think we get news today? Bro, we've been waiting for news for the last 31 days. For me personally, I suspect if we're going to get any news, it's going to be over the weekend, and it's more likely to be Sunday, in my opinion. More likely to be Sunday. That's where I'd be at with it. I'd say Saturday or Sunday. I don't expect very much news today at all. I don't expect very much news today at all. No, but bro, like I'm at the point now where we're desperate for a striker. I want a striker to come to Chelsea. This is not my ideal choice at all. But given the position that we're in, I would rather this than no striker. That's the way that I'm looking at it. That's the way that I'm looking at it. I'd rather this than no striker. That's the simple reality of it. Transfer window closes on Monday. So really, we've got Saturday, Sunday. We've got about 3 days, 3.5 days if you include the rest of today, which is there's not an awful lot of the day. Well, it's about half a day to go still. Honestly, all the ex-Brighton players are doing well at our club. Well, they are doing quite well, 2 of them. We always wait for opportunities. Why can't we make an opportunity like get to that? Billy, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. We really need to crack on and sign a striker even on loan. Yep, this is the point now. We're in panic stations now. We're in desperation mode. Absolute full-on desperation mode. If he's not going to elevate the team, it's a bum deal. I don't know if he is going to elevate the team or not. But what he would give you is a different option. And right now, we're crying out for a different option. And we're absolutely desperate for a different option at striker. Desperate. Absolutely desperate. So, yeah, beggars can't be choosers at this point, guys. And we are, unfortunately, we're beggars. This is the situation. This is the equivalent situation of like you're homeless and ideally you want someone to donate you £1, but they've only got 20p. When you've got nothing, you're gonna take the 20p if that's the best you're gonna get. This is the same situation here. He's not ready. He's not ready. Well, yeah, of course, bro. Of course. I agree. Jackson desperately needs help, 100%. Bring Jonathan David and bid 10 mil for him since out of contract. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's a bit late in the day now to bid for Boniface, but yeah, look, I hear you that there are strikers out there on the market and there are deals to be done. But obviously, Chelsea don't feel that there's the right deal presenting itself at the moment. So there we go. That's the latest on Evan Ferguson. That's the latest on Evan Ferguson. Brighton have rejected a second offer from Al Nassr for Matoma worth 61 million. Fuck me. Why are they saying no to 61 million for Matoma? Yeah, mad. Absolutely mad. Like, bro, Cole Palmer is a false start. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. Oh, he can play there. Get me players that actually play in a certain position and they're good in that position. That's what I'm looking for, guys. That is what I am looking for. So bring me that. Yeah, Boniface is better than Ferguson. Absolutely. No, but Ferguson's more ready than Mark Guiu. Ferguson's definitely more developed and slightly further along the line than Guiu is. Hope we get him on loan. We need a true 9. Yeah, look, Ferguson would definitely be more sharp and alert in the box than Jackson. I don't know. I don't know why we can't do it. We've got money. If the club showed ambition, they'll spend it. Learning a young striker with low output is not the answer. No, it's not necessarily the answer, but it would give us an extra option, which we currently don't have. And at this point in time, we're desperate. So, yeah. Well, that's because it's the only way he fits in the team, unfortunately. But that's the latest on Evan Ferguson, guys. Chelsea have joined the race. West Ham are hopeful. So they're confident they can win the race. Let's wait and see. But the conditions have got to be right. Conditions have got to be right. But you need a dry loan. I'd say a loan with an option to buy, even just to give yourself that option if he does well. But then if he does really well and you decide you want to buy him, the price suddenly shoots up big time. And then a loan with an obligation is no good, because if he's shit, then we've cornered ourselves into signing a striker that we might not want. And then, as I said, we take ourselves out of the market for buying a centre forward in the summer. That's the problem with it. So an option, whilst you might not take it up and it might seem pointless, on the off chance that he does really well and you decide you might want to, then yeah, do it. Do it. Dry loan option, let's just do it if we can. Bro, we're not going to go for Boniface. These next 5 games in the Prem are huge. We need to win all to have a chance of Champions League. They should be winnable fixtures. They are. Well, there they are. We're so getting Delap in the summer. Yeah, maybe we'll get Delap in the summer. I don't know. No, you want loan with an option. You don't want to corner yourself into signing a striker who might not be any good. That's exactly what you don't want to do. No, window closes on Monday, brother. Window closes Monday. But that's the latest on Evan Ferguson. Let's wait and see if we've got any further developments on that. No, if we get any further developments on that today, tomorrow, or whatever over the weekend, we will see. But let's move away from Evan Ferguson news and let's move on to Chelsea and Aston Villa, because Aston Villa want Axel Disasi, Aston Villa want João Félix. But for some unknown reason, with the Axel Disasi deal first, which we will discuss, reported a few days ago that Chelsea are that obviously Axel Disasi had agreed terms with Villa. And then Villa are looking to reach an agreement with Chelsea. It would likely be a loan deal for Disasi. But apparently now, Chelsea are stalling and are still not given the green light for Disasi to join Villa. The player hopes that an agreement will be found quickly. Let's see what the article is saying. Why are we stalling this? That's what I don't understand. Why would we be stalling on a Disasi deal? What interest is that doing for us? How is that helping us? You know, Disasi's not playing. This is an asset that you need to get out playing so that you can actually try and get a decent-ish fee from him in the summer. This serves no purpose for anyone, for Chelsea or Disasi, if he somehow ends up staying and we can't get a deal agreed. I don't get it. I don't understand why this deal's not done. You're not going to get a permanent. You're not going to get permanent for Disasi this month. So why would you not get Disasi? Why would Chelsea supposedly be blocking the Disasi deal? That's what I'm not understanding right now, guys. It makes very, very little sense. No, I think Chelsea would take him back and then you sell him in the summer. You know, I think what we've realised here is, guys, there's not an awful lot of interest in him, and you want to get him out playing, get him playing regularly, hope that he does well, boost his transfer value, and hopefully attract more suitors in the summer. So I'm not sure what the issue here is. Is it amount of wages being covered? Is it loan fee? Is it the Chelsea want an option or an obligation in there? I don't know. But yeah, for some reason, according to L'Equipe, Chelsea are stalling on the deal, which I can't get my head around. Outgoings have been atrocious this month. The only outgoing of note has been what? Renato Vega to Juventus. We're still trying to sell Cesare Casadei, and we still haven't done that. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on. No, but domestic loans, we haven't used all those slots up. We haven't used all those slots up at all on a domestic loan. So I don't really know what's going on here. But we need to get this sorted because the clock is absolutely ticking. The clock is really ticking. No, the Saudi window closes today. There's been absolutely zero links with Axel Disasi and Saudi Arabia. There's been nothing. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this one. I don't want anyone. I hope we finish mid-table and mud this whole prediction director in the summer. Bro, I think even if we did finish mid-table, they would still be here. That's the that's the reality of the situation that we're in. Porto were reportedly interested in Casadei, but I think Casadei and Lazio is very, very close. It is very close, Casadei and Lazio, but it's not close enough that it's done. So for some reason, I'm not sure. For some reason, they're not. It's not, the deal's not done. How many hours left until deadline day? Oh, I don't know. Delap is coming. He fits the recruitment profile. Cheap. I say cheap to buy. It's still going to be pretty expensive. But yeah, if Ipswich get relegated, that makes Delap suddenly significantly cheaper. Guys, 266 in the building. Big love to everyone that's locked in. Keep smashing that like button. We're 93 likes. Let's get this over 100 likes. And keep subscribing if you're new round here. We're 30 subscribers away from 15.6. I wonder if we can get that today. Let's get as many of those as we possibly can. Smash the likes and hit the subscribe button. Let's get this to 100 likes. Let's get some more subscribers, guys. Big yourselves up. Delap is coming. He fits recruitment. Yeah, I think he is coming. No, we're not. It wouldn't be a sale though. It would be. It's a loan deal. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they don't want to like loan him to Aston Villa. But at the end of the day, I'd rather send Disasi to Aston Villa than keeping him here for 6 months where he's going to play no more football, well, very limited football, and then his value's just going to go down when you try and sell him in the summer. 40 mil for Ferguson from Brighton. I wouldn't pay 40 million, no. We do, well, not just for that. We just need it in general for the club and for, you know, being able to attract players and all that jazz. That's what we desperately need it for. That is what we desperately need it for. To be actually seems Disasi staying now. It makes absolutely no sense for Chelsea for Disasi to stay this month. It makes no sense. If you had your way, who would you sign this window? Look, if I had my way, we like realistically, we would have signed Liam Delap this month, and we would have signed Mark Gurhey this month. And those are the two signings that I would have made this month if I was in charge, and that were realistic signings. That's what would have happened if I was in charge. But I'm not in charge, so it's not happening. Bro, Carney's not going to get a sniff, and that's another one. Why isn't Chukwuemeka gone out yet? Why are we 31 days in and Carney's still at the football club? What a complete waste for everyone. I don't understand it. What a complete waste for everyone. Complete waste for everyone. Just get him out playing. You're not getting a 40 million buyout clause. Send him on loan. Get him playing regularly. And the reasons in this L'Equipe article for Chelsea blocking the Disasi deal reportedly, they've not been specified. But there is some sort of hold-up here, and I don't know what the hold-up is. Yeah, there's been no outgoings. Evan Ferguson would sort of fit that bill of a desperation signing. Yes, there's no denying that, unfortunately. There is no denying that. It would very much be a desperation signing. Yes, it would. Bro, hits up Drogba. I mean, at this point, I'd take Drogba, who's been retired for about, I don't know how many years. But yeah, I'd take it. Apparently, Brighton rejected. Yeah, they did. Well, maybe Mitoma doesn't want to leave, and Brighton don't want to sell him. So, yeah, I mean, look, fair play to Al Nassr for trying. They've already got John Duran. Maybe they'll try something else in the last hours of this. So we'll see. But yeah, that's a weird one, guys. If you've got to accept slightly less than what you originally wanted, you've put yourself in this position now. You're going to have to accept slightly shitter deals. That's the reality, guys. You're going to have to accept slightly shitter deals. So, yeah, at the end of the day, if you want to sell these guys in the summer, they need to go and play. Sacrificing a few million here and there in January, to hopefully get plenty more in the summer, then yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to do that. Yeah, they obviously are thinking that. I'm not sure how young and exciting this is at the moment because we're not developing any players. And like players that we are signing, they're just being fucked off, in 6 months to a year, quite a few of them. So, yeah, I'm not sure how young and exciting it really is. I don't know how young and exciting it really is. I have to be honest. I've lost quite a lot of faith in what we're potentially doing. Brighton are thinking they're Real Madrid. Yes, big up, brother. All good, all good. Felix would Chelsea loan Felix? Yeah, maybe Chelsea would loan Felix if he wanted the move. I don't know. Nah, bro, we're not getting any big signings on the last day. I'd be shocked if they've got something up their sleeve that they've not been that they've been keeping under wraps. Then now would be a pretty good time to start bringing that out, given there's like 3 days left in the transfer window. No one's accepting second best, but that's where we are right now. No one's accepting it, but we do have to accept the reality of our current plight. And that is the reality of our current plight, that right now we are, a team that is in and around the top 4. That's what we are. But yeah, that's the latest on Axel Disasi. Let's move on to the latest on Joao Félix, because Aston Villa's sporting director Monchi had quite a lot to say about Joao Félix last night. It looks like they're going on the charm offensive. In the last summer transfer market, we were close to bringing him in. In the end, he decided to go to Chelsea after the exchange with Atletico. He has always been an object of our desire. Unai knows how to recover talent. He knows how to bring the best out of a player. Felix and Asensio, one of them is difficult on salary level and one is difficult because of cost, but they attract Unai. So I think difficult on salary level must be Asensio, and then difficulty on price must be Felix. But Villa have got a lot of money to spend. Look, if Chelsea spent 45 million on Felix 6 months ago, they cannot expect to get any more than that. They cannot expect to get any more than that because he's not really done anything to increase his price. He hasn't really done anything to increase his price. So that would be where I'm at with it. That would be where I'm at with it. In terms of, us increasing, if Felix increasing the price. Felix, if Aston Villa bid £50 million for Felix, you take it and run all day. That's if he wants to go. We actually don't know what the situation is. We actually don't know what the situation is. What is the situation? Like, does Felix actually want to leave? Is this just all agent noise? Like, did Chelsea just tell him a load of lies when he signed, and he's now realised that what was told to him was a complete load of nonsense, and he wants out? We don't really know if Felix wants out or not. But the fact of the matter that these stories are there, and there's quite strong stories and there's strong links, would suggest that maybe Felix does want out. But then why did he sign for us? Why did he not sign for Aston Villa instead? Unless we lied to him and he was made to think that something was different. Joao's a big talent. He needs the right environment, but it's not an easy deal. No, it's not a particularly easy deal. But it's very interesting. If Chelsea are gonna sell Felix, then I don't really know how much money we can expect for him. Would Aston Villa want a loan, then a permanent for Disasi instead? I'm not really sure. I think people are. I'm not done with him. I think I'm not a massive fan of Felix. I can accept that he's a very talented player, but I think it's clear that Chelsea want would want to get a return on their investment. But I just don't see what Felix has done since he's arrived at Chelsea, is that really has that warranted his price considerably going up? I would have to say no. I would absolutely have to say no on that front. But I mean, thing is though, we one of Felix or Nkunku needs to leave for us to bring another attacker in. So that's the problem here. It's all very well, Chelsea entering the race for Evan Ferguson and all that, but someone's got to leave, and it's going to be Felix or Nkunku that needs to leave. So, but then again, the Nkunku stuff's gone very quiet. We don't really seem to be that much further down the line with a departure for him. Villa are going on the charm offensive. They're maybe getting close to an offer. How much Chelsea would ask for? I don't know how much Chelsea. I don't know how much Chelsea would ask. I mean, guys, what do you think's a reasonable price for Joao Félix? Considering we paid £45 million for him 6 months ago, what do you think's a fair price for him? Because I think 50 million would be a fair price for Felix, and then you can obviously bring someone else in, and you can bank that money and go again in the summer. That for me, I think is a very fair price. £50 million for Felix. But again, we're waiting for Aston Villa to make a bid. I wonder if Aston Villa are going to make a bid over the weekend. Are they waiting for full buy-in from Felix? You're waiting for full buy-in from Felix. Yeah. Then they'll bid. Maybe Felix is not entirely sure it's the right project for him. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. This model is bad for the club and any player that comes in because there's no ambition for winning trophies. It's all about trying to develop kids to flip for profit. I think there is ambition to win trophies. I don't subscribe to the thought process that there's no ambition to win trophies. I think there is ambition to win trophies. It's just obviously at the moment we're struggling to get there. 40 million, 30 million. No, we could get 50. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be tricky, bro. João Félix is not going to fucking Bournemouth. I mean, João Félix is not going to Bournemouth. He's not going to Bournemouth, guys. So a swap for Semenyo is not happening. Absolutely not. But it's clear, look, Villa really like him. Finance of the deal are going to be difficult. We have to accept that, guys. Finances of the deal are going to be tricky. But again, the clock's running out. There's no point having all this stuff, all these links, all this information, where really, categorically, the situation with Felix and Villa hasn't really changed, has it? It hasn't really changed. Yes, there's interest there and whatnot, but ultimately, not too much is spectacularly different. If Chelsea do Disasi loan, they lose power on a Felix deal. I don't know. We do lose power on a Felix deal. I don't see how we lose power on a Felix deal. Bro, that's his level. Will start there. He will start there. Yeah. So happy Garnacho talk today. Yeah, no, there's nothing to update with on Garnacho, but again, it's not beyond doubt that he would that he could leave United before the end of the window. And with Napoli exploring other options, it's really I think the only option now is us, or he stays at United. That's the reality. Would we go back in for him in the summer? Maybe, but guys, if you're gonna make these moves, the clock's ticking. Now would be a pretty good time to get a move on and maybe do something. Just an idea. Just an idea that maybe it might be the right time to start doing something, guys, to maybe start making some moves in the transfer market. That could be good. Just an idea. Where do you see the ambition, Charlie? They haven't really indicated this until now. The ambition has not been. They do show. These owners do show ambition in the transfer market. Whether it's always best placed, I don't know. But you can't say they lack ambition in the transfer market because they do spend money. However, the last two windows, well, to date, this window's not quite finished, have been shocking. Well, at the moment, it looks like it because that loan move to Villa seems to have stalled for some reason. And why it is stalled, I don't have the answer for it. Why it's stalled, I do not have the answer as to why it's stalled. It doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me. Well, at the moment, Crystal, it looks that way at the moment. It's better, as I said earlier, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, unfortunately. Yeah, it will be. When healthy, Delap is nowhere near Ferguson level. Perhaps not, no. Should have kept Gallagher instead of signing Felix and KDH. Yep, it's easy to say that now, but yeah, it's true. We probably should have done, guys. We probably should have done. There's absolutely no denying it. We probably should have done. No number 9 yet. Of course. Bro, we're never getting Sherry Simmons. But again, Sherry Simmons could be on the market in the summer. Could be on the market in the summer for sure. Let's see what happens with that one. But Sherry Simmons could absolutely be on the market in the summer, guys. Could absolutely be on the market in the summer. There's no denying that, but it won't be involving Chelsea. No, not true. Yeah, it could have been, but Duran, I think, was set on Al Nasser and Saudi. Fair play to him, securing generational wealth, a generational bag. Life's different out there. Fair play to him. Go and secure that bag, brother. Go and secure that bag. Go and secure it, and he has, or he's going to. Yeah, massive mistake. I mean, they'll probably recall it. They might recall Ugo Chukwu on deadline day and then pat themselves on the back that it was a good thing to do. That's what I'm expecting. No way Nkunku goes United. I don't think so. I would have put 50 million to get rid of Felix, but you've got to think of Chelsea to get rid of one player. Yeah, Felix or Nkunku has to go. Both of them won't go. One of them's got to go. If these owners are actually serious winners, why they told Maresca we're ahead of schedule? I'm not really sure what's going on there. Well, let's see. But it could be a case of something last minute. But there's no real strong suggestions that Nkunku is going to United. There's no strong suggestions at all right now, bro. For some people, football's just a job. Not every player loves football. It's just something they're very good at. So at the end of the day, every single person in this chat, if they were offered more money to go and do their same job somewhere else, would all take it. So, I've got no problem with it at all. At the end of the day, not every player loves football. Some of them are just very good at it and they just view it as a job. And, you want to make the most money in your career. So I've got no issue with it. No, it's a possibility, but I don't know. But Casadet's not played a single game single minute in the Premier League this season anyway. So that would be a little bit of a strange one. That would be a little bit of a strange one. Ferguson with an option if he does well by him. Yeah, no, I agree. Loan with an option would be the best in that scenario. Guys, we're 261 in the building. Big up to everyone. Let's get this to 150 likes if we can. It's another 20 likes on the board. Smash that like button, people. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff, guys. There were links to Cobalt yesterday. That'll be more of a summer thing. Window closes Monday. Yeah, we'll wait and see. Yep, Caleb Wiley is going to Watford. If Cosella gets in, we're fucked if Cosella gets injured. Yeah, some of the purchases have not been good, and the way that the squad's been built has not been particularly good either. That's the reality of the situation that we're in, guys. The way that the squad's been built hasn't been particularly good either. And we just have to kind of hold that. Unfortunately, we have to hold that, and we have to do better. We have to do better. How much Felix worth now? Yeah, maybe. Football's still a profession, whether you love the game or not. Exactly. This is it, bro. This is why I will never have a go at any player to go into Saudi for the bag. I will never, because tomorrow your career could be over. You could get an injury that ends your career tomorrow. So let's wait and see. Yes. Big up, brother. Big up. Yeah, you can see Caicedo's getting tired. You can absolutely see it. Fabrice Hawkins saying that Villa want. I thought Kevin Danso was very close to signing for Juventus. Let's bring this up. This again goes back to the Disasi stuff, which just makes no fucking sense. You've been trying to move a defender on for 2 windows, and now you're seemingly blocking a departure. It doesn't make sense. Aston Villa advances on the Kevin Danso track, meeting with the players' camp today for the Birmingham club. This is plan B if Axel Disasi doesn't sign on loan. For the moment, Chelsea are blocking while the defender has agreed a deal. Why are we blocking? You tried to get rid of Disasi for 2 windows now, summer and January, and now there's an opportunity to get rid of him, and you're blocking it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Please, can someone try and explain to me how you spend 2 transfer windows trying to move a player on, and then you block a loan deal? I don't get it. I don't understand that. Because keeping Disasi, it doesn't serve any purpose at Chelsea whatsoever. It serves no purpose to Chelsea to keep Axel Disasi. Serves no purpose at all. So what are we playing at? What are we playing at here? Bro, I've been saying that for the last 31 days, and we've done nothing. Bro, Duran never wanted to come to us. We will sell Neto and... no. They're looking at another 2. Belabor. Bro, there is value in loaning Disasi because you can boost his price. I tell you what, there's no value in keeping him where he's not going to play very much. And all you're doing is his price is just going through the floor. Yeah, he's always been mentioned. Bro, I wouldn't give us credit for any high-end negotiating. I wouldn't give us credit for any high-end negotiating. If Villa don't get Felix, they'll move for Marco Asensio. They'll try and move for Matthias Tell. It's very simple. Honestly, we can't strengthen Villa. They are 2 points behind us. Bro, it's not common sense to block a loan deal for a player you spent 2 windows trying to get rid of. Bro, there's another club to add to the long list of clubs that have shown more intention than us in the window. Just another one to add to the long list. You know, that's what we have to do. At this point, Saudi should come and take the... Bro, Saudi aren't coming in for Disasi. Bro, Caicedo's started every single Premier League game this season. He needs rest and rotation. He's not going to be able to play with at that level of intensity every single game of the season. Oh, Evan Ferguson, 6-month loan all day long. All day long, Evan Ferguson, 6-month loan. So yeah, Aston Villa are obviously looking at alternative targets because maybe they're getting a feeling that, you know, this Disasi deal might not happen because for some reason Chelsea are blocking the move. For some reason, Chelsea are blocking the move. And the reasons haven't been specified, guys. I mean, at this rate, guys, it looks like we're going to end the window potentially having quite a number of players in the squad who don't actually want to be here. And that's not great. Remember the last time that happened, 22-23 season under Graham Potter, where we had a number of players that didn't want to be here. Bro, I think he was more referring to outgoings rather than incomings. I just think when people say Chelsea are going to be busy, they automatically think like 4 or 5 players are coming through the door. They automatically think that more players are coming through the door. So yeah, he actually meant in regards to outgoings rather than incomings. Yeah, Amorim does. United have never wanted to sell Garnacho actively, but they accept that he's one of their only sellable assets, and you know, with the PSR issues, he would count as pure profit. That's kind of where we're at the moment. Yeah, but Villa have entered the race. Villa have entered the race for him. Juventus are obviously in the Danso race as well. Bro, you don't need to be told we were getting him out. We tried to sell him in the summer, and we've tried to sell him this month. It's not some sort of insider information or secret information that Chelsea have been trying to get rid of Disasi for the past for this window and in the summer. That's not some sort of insider information. So Villa is trying to pressure us into making a deal for Disasi. Look, the deal's there. Disasi's agreed terms with Villa. I don't know why we haven't. Why we're blocking it? Maybe. Yeah, I know what Disasi is, bro. He's shit. That's what he is, and he's not. He hasn't got a future at Chelsea. That's the reality, guys. He hasn't got a future at Chelsea. Simple as that. Simple as that. Basically, simple as that. Egbali is an absolute joke. Throws the gaffer under the bus. All he cares about the player trading is ridiculous. You know, we're just taking it to a ridiculous level. I don't get it, bro. What are you talking about? Look, Disasi hasn't got a future at Chelsea. That's the way it goes. That's it. There's nothing more than that. I don't dislike Disasi, don't know him, but he hasn't got a future at Chelsea. That's the reality. And so why we would keep him when he doesn't want to be here anymore, that does not make sense to me. Does not make sense to me. Yep, Darren, you can say that again. You can absolutely say that again, because that is the reality that we are facing right now. That is the reality that right now we are facing. So yeah, that's it, people. The Disasi move has been blocked at this point in time. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see if Villa accelerate their interest in Ganso. I think Ganso is quite advanced with Juventus, so let's wait and see. But it's incredible, right? How it's the 31st of January, guys. We haven't sold a single player. The only player we've moved on is a player who was our left back cover and can provide cover at centre back and in midfield. I mean, it's staggering. Forget players coming in. We haven't sold a single player. 31 days, guys. 31 days, and we haven't sold a single player. That is criminal. Absolutely criminal. 31 days, and we haven't sold a single player. And the one player we have got rid of is someone that provides cover in the squad for a position we now have no backup in. I mean, it's beggars belief. It's absolutely beggars belief. Honestly. I'm lost, people. I'm completely and utterly lost at what is happening right now. And I don't think anything else is going to happen today. I don't think very much is going to happen tomorrow either. I think we're looking at some shit on Sunday. Yeah, he is at the moment. Yeah, bro. Then yeah, but I'm not counting that. I'm not counting that. Yeah, they are. Of course, they're out of their depth. I've got absolutely no idea. Maybe to help him acclimatise because he was injured, and then I don't know how much he was actually playing at Boca Juniors. But yeah, he was injured. He was injured. So yeah, guys, we're 6 likes away from 150. Keep smashing that like button. Run it up, people. Run it up. Yeah, and keep subscribing as well. Let's get this to 150 likes. And let's get, guys, we're 20 subscribers away from 15.6. Let's keep going. Keep going, people. But yeah, keep smashing the likes. Big up to everyone in the chat. Yeah, certainly does. Yeah, the season is over in Argentina. Look, end of the day, I'm not really that asked about bringing Anselmino back. It's whatever, that's not really an issue at all. The issue is that we've done 31 days doing fuck all. That's my problem. So yeah, not ideal, guys. Not ideal whatsoever. I don't even know if we're going to do anything. I really don't know. Anything we do is going to be last gasp desperation settings. It's going to be desperation settings if we do anything whatsoever. Desperation settings, guys. It's not great, to be honest. It's not great. Yeah, it's terminated because he's injured. He's had surgery on his knee and he's going to be out for like 4 months. So yeah, it makes sense to terminate that loan and recall him so you free up another international loan for hopefully sending someone out on loan like Chukwuemeka, for example. Yeah, it's because we're inept and we are, yeah, it's just incompetence of the highest level. And don't tell me that like every club waits to the end and then because the only time you can do business is in the final few days. No, in that case, you might as well make the January transfer window 3 days long and you've got 3 days to do everything you need to do. It's nonsense. If we're doing anything this window, it has to be done today or the weekend. Yeah, look, it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, guys. I don't see anything happening today. I don't see anything happening today at all. Don't see anything happening today at all. But you never know. But we've been waiting 31 days or something to happen. So I mean, the chances of something happening. It's not it's not amazing. It's not away from home is much better. At home, it's not great. It's a shambles. We haven't sold any players at all. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is an absolute shambles. Talking of shambles, let's just quickly pick up on the Matthias Tell situation. This was the latest from Fabrizio on that one. Let's just do it. Chelsea have been pushing for a permanent transfer for Matthias Tell since the beginning of January, but they have many offensive players and Tell really wants to play. So this is why Chelsea need big action to convince him. Not easy. Al Ali in Saudi were... Al Ali in Saudi wanted Tell. Tell didn't want to go Saudi. I think Tell's waiting for Man United or Arsenal, personally. That's the expectation with Matthias Tell. I think Chelsea are very much out of the race. I think Chelsea are very much out of the race for Matthias Tell. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. No, he would start though, but he would start games. He would start games. Would he be a regular starter? No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't be a regular starter. But again, if Tell literally, if you got Chelsea pushing for a permanent, 6-month loan deal for Matthias Tell, maybe that's a different conversation. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a different conversation. But we see. But that's kind of the latest on Matthias Tell. Let me just bring up the latest from the reporters in Sky Germany. Let's just quickly bring up Florian Plettenberg, because Sky Germany, excuse me, that's like Sporting Director, isn't it? Allergic to fucking transfers. Oh. Let's have a quick look. Matthias Tell will not join Al Ali yet. We said Saudi club. So Al Ali expect Tell to join Tottenham or Aston Villa. So they expect. So let's just bring that up on the screen now. So obviously Matthias Tell is not going to Al Ali. They're getting Galeno from Porto. But yeah, so according to Plettenberg, Matthias Tell will not join Al Ali as he wants to play in Europe, but their interest was genuine. Saudi club expecting to join Tottenham or Villa. So I don't know what insight the Saudi club have got, but yeah, they expect him to join Spurs or Villa. So we wait and see how that one pans out. That's all we can do. We wait and see how that one pans out. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. It is gonna be interesting to see how this window ends. Bro, there is no news about Mudryk. There is no news about Mudryk. That's the reality. That's the reality, guys. There is no news. Chelsea is out of the race with getting Tell. Yeah, we are. The only two European teams that can give young players high wages, Bayern and PSG. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that came out the other day. I mean, that's obviously that's not a January thing. That could maybe be more of a summer thing. Potentially could absolutely be more of a summer thing, guys. I think so. Could be definitely more of a summer thing. So let's wait and see on that, but definitely maybe more one for the summer, guys. More one for the summer. Let's bring this super chat up. Big up to Stephen, brother. Thank you so much. How far have we fallen where we are not entering the race for Evan Ferguson? Well, we're entering the race for Evan Ferguson. I'm Irish. Watched him closely. He's not good enough. I think that's a bit harsh. I think on his day, he can be. But again, his day's not been that often recently. As I said earlier in the show, a loan deal for 6 months, I wouldn't have an issue with it at all. But we need a body up there. We need a body up there. And if that's the best we can do, that's the best we can do. And at this stage, we have to take it. I wouldn't be 100% certain that he's going to Spurs. I wouldn't be 100% certain. That's not a complete guarantee. It's not a complete guarantee that he's going to Spurs. Not a complete guarantee. So yeah, we wait and see. I don't think Ferguson did his ACL. He's had ankle injuries. What's disgusting? What's disgusting? Bro, he's not shit. Is he what Chelsea need? No, probably not. But at this stage, as I said before, beggars can't be choosers, guys. We've put ourselves in a position where we're fucked. So that's the sort of deals that we're gonna find ourselves doing. This is exactly the kind of deals we're gonna find ourselves doing. So yeah, I mean, the season is in danger potentially of spiraling out of control. But we just gotta make sure that we can that we just do something. I just don't understand how you can just sit for 31 days and do fuck all. I just don't get it. You know, Ferguson's good. He's not been good for a while though, because he's been injured so much. So it would be a gamble. For 6 months with an option, it's better than nothing. Bro, Kepa was never going to be recalled. Kepa was never going to be recalled in this window. I don't know why people thought that there was a chance that Kepa could be recalled. I honestly, that's baffling. I don't get that. What else is going on here? He's different to Jackson. I wouldn't say he was better than Nicholas Jackson, no. But look, we just need an option, guys. We need an option. Kepa's going. He'll be gone in the summer. He absolutely isn't part of any Chelsea plans going forward. Absolutely not part of any Chelsea plans going forward. So yeah, there we go. So we will yeah. No, bro, Henderson's going to Monaco. We're not getting Henderson, guys. We're not getting Henderson. That's not happening. Absolutely not happening at all. The next season we have to be challenging for the title. But do I believe we can do that? I'm not sure, because I don't know if I trust these directors to address the areas in the squad that need addressing. That's the sad reality of where we're currently at. Bro, Mudryk is not back. Anything you've seen on Twitter saying that is fake news. Mudryk is absolutely not back, unfortunately. We're still waiting for that. I don't know where it is. I don't know where that B sample is. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really unsure at the moment, guys. Really unsure at this point in time. Let's see what else is going on, though. Day 31, and another day seemingly is coming and going with fuck all happening. But yeah, no, I don't think Chelsea will do something stupid. Although it can't be ruled out. I don't see anything, you know, without anything Marcus Rashford-esque. I think literally we're at a point now where we're either going to get no one, or we get Ferguson, or Garnacho. That's the one. For me, look, a good window from this point now is Ferguson and Garnacho. That would be looked at as a good window. But the reality is, guys, that I think we'll get one of those. My thoughts on this is we'll end up with Garnacho or Ferguson. It'll be one of those two if we get anyone. That's where I'm at right now. Unless there's a complete surprise that they've managed to keep under wraps for 31 days and they're planning to do something over the weekend. I don't know. But for me, it'll be Ferguson or Garnacho or no one. That's where I'm currently seeing this. I mean, look, in an ideal situation, what I would have done is recalled Ugochukwu, signed Delap, signed Mark Gurhey. That's what I would have done if I was in charge. And we're talking realistic here. So that's what I would have. That's what I personally would have gone for. But yeah, obviously that's not happening, guys. That is not happening. Bro, Rashford, we need to be staying well clear of Marcus Rashford. Poor attitude, poor mentality, poor everything right now. He's someone you want to steer well clear of. He is someone you absolutely want to steer well clear of. But yeah, as I said, guys, Ferguson wouldn't be my first choice, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. If it's Evan Ferguson or no striker and continue with what we've got, I'm taking Evan Ferguson. So there we are. So there we go. Matt Law believes if Chelsea fail to qualify for the Champions League this season, the pressure from the hierarchy on Enzo Maresca. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. Really doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, I don't know what it would take for these directors to actually be out of Chelsea. I think that's a really worrying thing. I don't know what it would take at this point for the directors to be forced out, and that's a bit of a scary thought, to be perfectly honest. That is a bit of a scary thought, guys. Very much a scary thought. I'll take Fulham or something. I'll take Fulham. Fulham or maybe Brentford. Fulham or Brentford. Would be my choice for a different club. If I had to support another club in London, never supporting Spurs, West Ham, or Arsenal. So yeah, I'd go for a Fulham or a Brentford, or maybe even a QPR. I don't know. Yeah, it certainly feels like the directors are untouchable, which is just not a position that this is not something that should be happening. It's just not something that should be happening at all. No sporting directors should be seemingly untouchable. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Yeah, QPR is a bit scummy. Yeah. Yeah, we do need Todd to come in. We do need Todd to come in, but again, that's all gone very quiet as well. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, look, whilst these directors are here, I feel like there's very much a ceiling on what Chelsea can kind of achieve and how far we can really go. Because these guys are just mediocre and not fit for purpose at the end of the day. I don't trust them. I don't think they understand what it means to be at a club like Chelsea. You know, they don't show. They're not ambitious in the way they go after players. How many times has there been, bro? There's been numerous occasions, guys, where one of the ownership, whether it's Burnley or Egbali, have had to step in to close a deal. These guys couldn't close Enzo. These guys couldn't close Caicedo. These guys couldn't close Mikhailo Mudryk. Do you know what I'm saying? How many times? That's just 3 examples at the top of my head that these guys haven't actually been able to close deals. What sort of sporting directors are that can't close deals? It's shite. It's complete and utter shite. So yeah, look, but Bowley, really what we want is we need Bowley to be in Egbali's position, but that's a difficult situation to get. He does get superstars, you know. The Dodgers are always signing, you know, big name players. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we're in a tricky situation, guys. It's not ideal at all where we are right now. It's not ideal, but they're not going anywhere anytime soon. The club's very good with PR. Ownership seems to have confidence in them, other than their negotiating skills. But other than that, yeah, it's a bit peak. It's looking a bit techie for us. It's looking a bit techie for us, to be honest, with these directors, guys. With these directors, it is looking techie. I don't know what we do about that. I don't know what we do about that. We've got to try and do something. Let's have one last look then, guys, if there's any further news to go through. And then I'm going to round this one out imminently. Let's see if there's anything that's happened. Has anything happened? No, 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 no. Doesn't appear to be anything. No, doesn't look like there is. Right then, guys. Gonna round this one out here. Thank you so much for everyone that has tuned in, guys. Big up to every single one of you in the chat today. Big love for the support as always, guys. Make sure on the way out you smash the like button. We're 172 likes. Maybe we can get to 200 likes on the way out. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get as close as we can to the 15.6. How many away are we? Let me have a quick look. We're 18 subscribers away from 15.6. Let's try and get those on the way out. Please smash the subscribe button on the way out if you aren't already subscribed. Please smash that like button as well. Yeah, guys, that's day 31. Update on what's going on. Evan Ferguson, we've entered the race. Axel Disasi, loan move to Villa has been stalled. Joao Félix and Villa, we still don't know what's going on. And we still haven't sold anyone. And we still haven't signed anyone. Another day at Chelsea Football Club in the January window. Guys, unless there's any major developments for the remainder of today, I will see you lot at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, guys. Love for the support as always. Smash the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Up the Chelsea, and peace out.